Good evening, one and all. The galaxy of intellectuals, respected sponsor, invited guests, mentors, seniors, and my dear friends. How different this evening is. Indeed, very wonderful. Dear audience, you will yourself discover as the color of this event, embellish us to all together. Well, I am Chandrudu. I'm from MSR Junior Engineering College and I'm studying computer science engineering. I will be your host for this day. It's my pleasure to be the part of this event. I assure that this program shall be full of excitement and will create beautiful memories for all of us. It's rightly said that days are not lost when memories are created. Our journey of Thop IDEATHON. At first, Shravan sir have came up with the idea of the IDEATHON. He said that why can't we make it as a global event so that everyone will get a chance to participate this and explore themselves and made this us to stand here. The main theme of ESL team is that we all learn as we go. In one of our meetings, Shravan sir said, why can't you make this event happen in a unique way? Thoughts of planning and thinking in different ideas like this. Increasing corruption, like teaching corruption from childhood. Why can't we all should take computer science engineering? Let us eat during lectures. Pollution, let us pollute everything. Celebrating exams by increasing backlogs. Convert farming land into a waste dump. And these are the mad ideas or ideas are these. All of a sudden, it was like a miracle to us because there were many remarkable personalities who have joined with us. This made us delightful and joyful. Now, I over to Imadita to express some about the chief guest, Meenan, Meena Ravinder ma'am.
Uh, thank you, Chandrudu. Mrs. Meena Ravindran did her schooling in the Atomic Energy Central School, Hyderabad. She was a bright student all through her academic career. She is a chemical engineer and passed out from the OU College of Technology in the year 1982. Based on her excellent academic performance, she was directly selected to join MTech in Chemical Engineering in the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. However, meanwhile, she also parallelly got selected to the BAARC training school for the 1 year orientation program. Being the eldest daughter among three daughters, and since her father fell sick during the decision making period, she left the MTech course after about 2 months and joined the Department of Atomic Energy. After passing out from the 26th batch of the orientation course of the BRAC training school, she was posted at the Heavy Water Division BRAC, where she worked for design, updation of the heavy water upgradation plant as well as the uh, tritium production plant for the nuclear power reactors. In 1986, after her marriage, she took a transfer to the Nuclear Fuel Complex, Hyderabad, and worked in the fuel development group for the first 10 years, developing various production related equipment as well as chemical processes. Later, she moved into the production group and commissioned a large uranium oxide production plant, which was incorporated with the state of the art technology in instrumentation and control systems and other latest chemical equipments. She gained vast hands on experience both in commissioning as well as uh, productionizing a large scale chemical plant, and also got to dabble with many other aspects of techno management soon. She was given the responsibility of UO2 pellet production plant also. She moved to another group of chemical plants, the zirconium metal production group next. Here she got to involve deeply with complex chemical metallurgical processes which, while expanding her horizons in the technologies, also made her acutely conscious of the need to reduce effluent and waste generation in processes, reduce consumption of consumables, optimize energy utilization, etc. Since then, this attitude has dictated her focus on the engineering aspects of all the plants she headed. In fact, this has turned into a passion after her retirement, and she can these days be found fully into the environment con- conservation efforts combined with social service. She later grew to the post of the DIE chief executive in the organization, heading a wide and huge group of plans and activities ranging from zircoli and strategic tube production, environment and pollution control, including effluent management, ISO implementation, HRD, mechanical, electrical, and instrumentation maintenance of all the plants. Rupees 1000 crore worth project planning and execution was the secretary. NFC board chair of important organizations, management committees in charge for Swachhata implementation worked for the welfare of about 400 odd women employees and so on. She is the proud mother of two daughters, mother-in-law of a son of whom have excelled academically, and grandmother of a 4-month-old baby girl. She attributes her growth as a successful career woman and human to her most encouraging husband, parents, children, and two doting well accomplished younger sisters, most encouraging and supportive seniors, and respecting and admiring junior colleagues, as well as many other family and friends. Thank you.
Now I request the chief guest, Meenan Ravinder Garu, to speak some words.
Good morning to all of you outside India, and also all good evening to all my young colleagues, young friends, uh, and also a lot of my alumni, including Shravan and so many others who are probably participating here. And well, when I said young colleagues and young friends, I meant all of you students, you bright youngsters. I'm feeling very young today, just being in the midst of all of you. And I'm looking forward to this event from quite a long time since it was announced. And of course, today only Shravan was yesterday, I think, yesterday around this time, he was asking me whether I would be willing to accept to be the chief guest. It was a surprise, and I didn't know that whether I was eligible for that. But okay, I love to be among you. So in any role, so this is good as any, and I'm really privileged to have been chosen, Shravan. Thank you, as the chief guest for the first Ideathon. It'll go down in memory, I'm sure. Yeah, in my memory, it'll be there. I don't know about everybody else. So, yeah, actually, I have been enjoying being a mentor from the last maybe a month and more to Rohit. I don't know if Rohit, he said he's going to be in the Ideathon. So he's probably there somewhere. And
Yes, ma'am. I'm there.
hi, Rohit. Yeah. So this
Yeah.
whole
Hi, ma'am. Good evening.
process of mentoring and sort of being surrounded by mentees, and also the great Shravan, I will call him great Shravan now onwards, because he's been able to achieve so many things that we all only have in our minds, but he is actually making it happen. So this is a wonderful thing, Shravan. I cannot stop thanking you and admiring the way you have gone through this in the last 3 years. And of course, there are some more people like Dr. Pavan has joined and so many others. And I think the colleges also are doing a lot of good job. Mr. Shamsundar, the principal, and other faculty, and all the mentors now who have been joining. I think we are going places. And you guys are very, very, very lucky, you youngsters. Um, you will look back many years from now and understand how lucky you have been. And the fact that other college students are also wanting to join this whole journey shows how successful it is and how the word is spreading. Everybody needs a mentor. This is what other day there was a lecture by another mentor, and she was explaining how everybody wants a mentor, everybody needs a mentor at every age in your life. So I think we are lucky to have got that role. Now, talking about the Ideathon, this whole idea of Ideathon is also a fantastic idea. Okay, and the topic, it was amazing. It was like I couldn't believe it first when I heard the topics, but soon I sat and thought about it. What kind of topic is this? Who would have thought of it, and why did they think of such topics? So I asked myself this question and I answered them. I think I felt that this is how to trigger your thinking. Just throw something unthinkable into your minds, and then you your mind goes into a turmoil. We are all so used to thinking of routine things. What's there in the textbook? What are the problems around us? And what solutions are required? And what are the challenges? These are what we think. But imagine, how difficult it is to make questions. If somebody gives you an answer and asks you to make a question, it's going to be the toughest thing. So to select a topic, it is really tough. A topic that is of interest, of enough, which has enough research that can be done on it, and what will create this enthusiasm and turbulence in the minds of the people. It has to cause some turbulence. Then only something will burst out of your mind. Some idea will come out of it. So I think these topics are wonderful. I've never heard of this kind of topics before, but it is super topics. So Ideathon is going to be a very, very adventurous journey. I think 3 days of adventure, and the idea of continuously sitting through this whole exercise, or I don't know whether to call it seminar, webinar, I don't know, but it's an exercise. It's a conference, or symposium, I would say. So sitting through that continuously for 24 hours a day for 3 days, and won't it get exhausting? It would have, if the topics were very mundane and run of the mill type. But here are some topics which are totally, which makes you run. You have to go research, look, read, and you have to go against your own thinking actually, when you have to talk about a topic which is not routine. So I actually totally like this idea, and I think wonderful results are going to come out from this. I can only wish all the very best, and I am going to take this opportunity and check into this whole 3-day period wherever I can, and during the day 3 days, and be a part of this whole wonderful event. So I wish all the very best to all the participants, and I'm looking forward to learning a lot from this. In fact, every time I tell my mentee Rohit also that the more I talk to him, the more I learn about my own children also. So it is going to be a huge learning process for me too. You are all bright young minds, and you're so different from us. We were all very, very quiet little children, and were not too so many dreams. We knew that we had to walk a path, and this is what we have to do. But you guys have the whole world in front of you. You have so many people encouraging you, and that is going to make a lot of difference in your lives. And definitely, I think we are going to see the difference even now. In the Ideathon also, we'll be seeing that. So I have, from my side, all the best wishes for all of you, and be sure that we are going to be with you. You're going to go places in your life. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Shravan sir to speak some words about this Ideathon. Over to you.
Thank you, Chandrudu, for hosting the event. I am really impressed. A 17-year-old student from a completely different college, willing to step forward and say, I will host the event, is really big. I wish I had that courage when I was 17. So definitely we are very happy to have you as part of our team. And this week was actually one of my toughest weeks. I'm very good at not letting any negative thoughts go into my mind. But this week, I let negative thoughts enter my mind, and I was getting down a little bit. And all of you got this event moving. You made this event happen. And, so this is truly our event, where every one of you stepped forward and said, yes, this is something we want to participate, we want to be part of, and you made it happen. You created the awards, you created the teams, you are doing everything. And that is where the power comes from, is when you say, this is mine. And you guys truly did it. And, as I've said this to some of you before, everything that is out there in the physical world was once an idea. If you take, someone said, oh my God, I would like to fly like a bird. And then that triggered a thought process. It was a self-conversation maybe at the beginning. Then it became a conversation with groups of people. And slowly over time, maybe 100 years later, that thought became a physical reality as an aeroplane. So everything happens that way. A thought triggered with conversations over time becomes a physical reality. So that's what we are doing here. We don't know what is going to come out of this IDEATHON, but something is going to come out of it. And maybe nothing will come out of it. And, nothing is also good. It doesn't mean something has to come out of it, right? So this journey which you are taking is a very unique journey, because like Meenan Garu said, we are trying to get you into a state of turmoil. We are making you think outside the box. We are making you think differently. And I'm telling you, I am also going to go through this when the topics came about, when we were all talking together and the topics came about, right? In the group, we were having a team meeting and suddenly these topics came about. And for the last few days, I have been asking myself the same thing is, how do we justify these topics? Or, what is the intention behind these topics? So a couple of my friends were asking me, what is the intention behind these topics? And what is your goal behind these topics? And I said, I have no goal. And it's like, how can you not have a goal? I said, I guess you can say the goal is not to have a goal then. So it is because in human nature, if you are like 5 years old, 6 years old, you think about, I want to be this, I want to be that, right? And then slowly we seem to lose that. And then, but when you do something, when you think something really big, then that is when we connect with the soul of the universe. Otherwise, you're just being right here within a small group of people. So there are 4 things which are important. One is using your mind. Second, using your heart. And I always believe heart is, the way you use your heart is being romantic. Be silly. That's how you use your heart. Third is actions. And fourth is big dreams. That way you can connect to the soul of the universe. Okay? And so we have many alumni who have been absolutely supporting us. Meenan Garu, Ulhas Garu is here, and I think Venu Garu, I think I saw him, and several other, Vijay Garu is here. So we have several alumni who are very excited with all of you, and they are all want to be part of your journey. So we will, so the way we are going to do, as all of you know, is all of you, we already have, everyone is part of a team, right? Is anyone not part of a team? Put it in the chat box or put it in the Thop IDEATHON group, your name. Okay, so Thop IDEATHON group will be our master group. Any questions you have, put your question in the Thop IDEATHON group. All the mentors will be in there. If you say I want to talk to a mentor, put a put a post in the Thop IDEATHON group, and then one of the mentors will say I will join, and then you put your link. You say, hey, I'm doing a WhatsApp call, or I'm doing a Zoom link, or whatever it is. However you want the mentor to contact you, you put that information in the post, and one of the mentors will say, okay, I'll join you. Okay, and then they will join your call and they will listen to you. So even the mentors have no clue, right? So even the mentors are blind. They also have no clue. So you're asking someone who doesn't know anything about this. So it is going to be a fun thing for mentors also. Okay, so and that's it. We don't have any. You get to create your own rules. That is the beauty of this. We have to create rules, but you get to create your rules. You are the team gets to create the rules. Okay, and then the final presentation, again, you decide how you want to present. So we'll do it at 10 o'clock on Sunday. The presentations will start at 10 o'clock on Sunday. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can ask me now, or you can put it in the chat box. Okay, over to you, Chandru.
IDM, it's a great honor to privilege the vote of thanks on this occasion. I extend my vote of thanks to Honorable Chief Guest, Mrs. Ravinder Garu, to take out her time from her busy schedule to grace the event. A special thanks to Shravan sir for providing the support and make event successful. And I would like to thank our mentors and seniors, my friends, for making this event more energetic with your presence. Thank you, sir. Thank you all.
Okay, any questions before we leave into our respected groups?
Any form of presentation is fine, right?
Any form of presentation is fine. It can be a dance, it can be a song, it can be a skit, it can be anything. Okay, good luck, guys. Have a great time.